In 2025, the ability to learn is the only skill that matters. If you can't adapt, you become obsolete. But here is the problem. Schools taught us to memorize, not to learn. Most of us are walking around with an outdated operating system for our brains. Today, I'm teaching you the meta-learning protocol used by Nobel Prize winners to master complex subjects in record time. It's called the Feynman technique, and it is the difference between knowing the name of something and truly knowing it. Welcome back to Take and Grow. Let's talk about the illusion of competence. You watch a YouTube tutorial. You nod your head. You think, I get it. Then, 3 days later, you try to do the thing, and your mind goes blank. You have to watch the video again. Why? Because you didn't learn it. You just recognized it. We live in an age of information abundance, but wisdom scarcity. AI is advancing at an exponential rate. The skills you have today might be useless in 18 months. The only way to survive on Thrive is to become You need to be able to pick up a new subject, whether it's coding, psychology, or a new language, and master the fundamentals in weeks, not years. The reason you feel slow isn't because you aren't smart. It's because you are using passive learning. Reading is passive. Highlighting is passive. Listening to lectures is passive. Learning creates a familiarity with the material, but it creates zero neural connections that allow you to use the material to learn 3x faster. We have to switch to active learning. We have to use a protocol developed by the physicist Richard Feynman. He was known as the Great Explicable. He realized that if you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it. Here is the 4-step protocol to learn anything faster. Step number 1 is the blank page test. Pick the concept you want to learn. Let's say it's machine learning. You study it. You read the article. You watch the video. Then end. This is the crucial part. You close the source material. Take a blank sheet of paper. Write the name of the concept at the top. Now, write down everything you know about the subject from memory. Do not peek. Do not look at your notes. If you can't write it down, you don't know it. This triggers something called active recall. When you struggle to remember, your brain is physically strengthening the neural pathways. The struggle is the learning. Most people skip this. They just reread the book. Rereading is comfortable. Recalling is painful. You must embrace the pain of the blank page. Step number 2 is the heart of the Feynman technique. Teach it to a child. On that same piece of paper, pretend you are explaining this concept to a smart 12-year-old. This means you are forbidden from using jargon. If you are learning about cryptocurrency, you cannot say, it is a decentralized ledger based on blockchain technology. A 12-year-old doesn't know what a ledger is. They don't know what decentralized means. You have to say, imagine a Google spreadsheet that everyone can see, but no one can erase. Why do we do this? Because jargon is often a mask for ignorance. We use big words to cover up the fact that we don't actually understand the mechanics. When you force yourself to simplify, you strip away the camouflage. You are forced to confront the gaps in your own understanding. If you find yourself using buzzwords, or saying, it's complicated, stop. That is a signal that you do not understand it yet. Step number 3 is the gap analysis. While you were trying to explain it to the 12-year-old, you inevitably got stuck. You forgot how part A connects to part B. You couldn't explain why the market crashed, only that it crashed. This is good. This is the gap. Now, and only now, do you go back to the source material. But this time, you aren't reading the whole chapter. You are hunting. You are looking specifically for the answer to the part where you got stuck. This changes reading from a passive activity. I hope I absorb this to an active mission. I need to find the missing link. Once you find the answer, close the book again. Go back to your paper. Can you explain it now without the jargon? Repeat this loop until the explanation flows smoothly. This is iterative learning. It is how you build a steel trap memory. Finally, step number 4. Create an analogy. The brain learns by association. We learn the new by attaching it to the old. If you want to lock this information into your long-term memory, you need to hook it onto something you already understand. Electricity acts like water. Voltage is pressure. Current is flow. White blood cells act like soldiers. Interest rates act like gravity on the economy. When you create a powerful analogy, you compress the information. You don't need to memorize a paragraph of text. You just need to remember the image of gravity. The rest of the data unfolds from that image. If you can explain a complex concept using a simple analogy, you have reached mastery. This entire protocol leverages a psychological phenomenon called the protege effect. Studies show that students who study in order to teach the material later score significantly higher than students who study just to pass a test. When your brain thinks, "I need to transmit this information to someone else," it organizes the data differently. It looks for structure. It looks for cause and effect. It prioritizes what matters. You don't need a classroom to do this. You can teach an empty chair. You can teach a rubber duck on your desk. You can write a blog post. The act of externalizing the knowledge is what cements it. Stop hoarding information. Start broadcasting it, even if it's just to yourself. The world belongs to the fast learners. If you can learn a new skill in 2 weeks while your competition takes 2 months, you win. It's that simple. Stop passively consuming. Stop highlighting. Start recalling. Start simplifying. Start teaching. If you are ready to upgrade your brain and stop feeling left behind, hit that like button. And if you are committed to mastering your potential in this new economy, subscribe to Take and Grow. I have a challenge for you today. Pick one concept you have been trying to learn: AI, investing, a language. Use the Feynman technique on it today. Take a blank sheet of paper and try to explain it to a 12-year-old. Tell me in the comments. What subject are you going to master this month? Let's build a community of POLYMATHS. Thank you for watching. Go learn.